Hi, everyone. Welcome into Primetime TV Show. I'm your host, Barbara Marville Kelly, and with me, after many weeks of anticipation, is Cher Kistler. It's great to have you with us.
I know, Barbara.
Oh, I tell you, we're going to hug right in front of God and everyone
That's
out there
right.
today. Thanks for joining us. You are in store for such a treat, especially if you're a forward-thinking woman, really looking to get into a new consciousness. It's almost like a consciousness that is causing people to gravitate towards one another, the right people at the right time and the right place. And that's how you and I met.
Absolutely.
In the neighborhood. Cher has credentials a mile long, just so you know, and is an amazing woman herself. And I met you through the networking in the neighborhood.
That's right. The Success Network.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
Well, the Amazing Woman organization is a women's empowerment, and we're a sisterhood for positive living. And it's really all about trying to get women together so we can inspire one another and support one another. And, you know, sometimes it's just talking and trying to get solutions to our problems and just going, you know, to the next level in our life.
You know, it's really interesting that you say that, because there are women out there that maybe don't have those people to talk to.
That's exactly right.
And when I say people are just sort of gravitated towards one another, the right people at the right time in the right places, I have attended your meetings, and that the energy is just amazing. But it's also a synergy. Everybody is of like minds. We have the same ideas, the same goals, and that is to really be the very best that we can be at any time of our life. That's why we call our show Primetime TV Show, because we want to show you how we, along with many other people, are living their best primetime anytime.
Anytime.
And so you started the Amazing Women's Organization to develop that sisterhood for positive thinking, and you also built a great team.
That's right.
That is huge. I mean, it's huge.
That's right. And, you know, it was not only a heart of mine, but, you know, I'm also a life coach. And I had an empowerment center in downtown Palm Harbor, and I realized that most of the people that were coming to the center were women. And they wanted to sit down and talk about different issues and, you know, how to manage their stress levels and just everyday events that they had. And it was just interesting to see the interaction with women and what they had to share with one another. So we had other people that were coming that were sharing in the center that had their authors and teachers and practitioners of holistic wellness. And these were some of the things that, you know, when we found that women wanted to hear more of. And a friend of mine that was coming to the center, Joe McGarry, we sat down one day and we talked about having a women's empowerment group. And we couldn't do it all alone. And we started to look for people that had special things to share.
Sure.
And then we started with our first meetings, and they just really took off, because we really found that women they could read a book, they could watch Oprah, but where could they really go where they could just sit down and talk about their life and share what they were going through?
Exactly. You know, when I think back to when my mom was raising us kids, I wish she would have had something like that, especially after we left, and everything was all about the children, instead of starting to develop more interests on her own and get out there with girlfriends and share. Because I'll tell you, it makes a big difference when you can sit and network from your heart with other women, and not just for business.
That's exactly right. And I think, you know, when you're talking about how to empower your life and how to know maybe when you are becoming disempowered, you know, knowing the difference. And I was talking at this in one of our last meetings, how to be your authentic self. And, you know, we try to go through life, and a lot of times in childhood, you know, we're looking for approvals and to do the right thing, and sometimes it's not working out the way that we thought it would be. And also how important it is to have support teams.
Oh, the support is huge. It really is. And if you know what we're talking about, you know what you know, because there is. If you don't have people that are, well, like Friday night. I didn't even know you were able to come Friday night. I had a fundraiser over at Crescent Oaks, and here comes Marching in Cher, As Big as Life, and I just was so excited, but I wasn't surprised, because that's how you show up authentically,
Yes.
walking your talk.
That's right.
She was there to support me. I had my gold boot in hand, and if you're on Facebook, you probably saw the picture with Cher and I. And I tell you, it feels so good to feel good about other women
right.
coming to your events
That's
like
right.
that.
And I
supporting
learned how
you.
to salsa.
I,
That's right.
Did you see?
And
You did
I
great.
did. I was learning.
You're a
I was learning how to do the salsa.
Oh,
And it was really fun.
it was fun.
I know.
Good for you.
So I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think just showing up sometimes. And I think that feeling, I know in our groups, we've had women that have not been out in that situation where they're getting with women. Maybe they had, their husband pass away and they did not have that support group, and this was all new to them.
Sure.
But when you're embraced with that positivity, because we are a sisterhood for positive living, so everything we're trying to do is on, that level of that positivity.
Exactly.
And with, sharing each other's gifts. So our team's pretty amazing too.
Oh, I know
All
it
right.
is. And
So-
I've only been to what, 2 or 3 meetings?
Right.
It is amazing.
That's right. And the Success Network, which is our breakfast group, which is at the end of the month, usually our last Monday at Paradise Restaurant in Safety Harbor. And that is also supporting people who have businesses, other women that are trying to make their way.
Yes.
A lot of them are into the holistic wellness. And this gives each person a chance to really share, their expertise and try to find out what's working in their life. And a lot of people will say, like with our team, that we have several life coaches, several hypnotherapists, and they'll say, isn't that a bit of a competitiveness? And we say no, because our heart is not into the competition.
Yes.
It's more in collaborating. And it seems like we're in a time now where it's important for women to share what they do and to share their wisdom, to inspire one another. And that seems to be working.
It is
you know?
working. It is absolutely working without a doubt. And I've gone to some
Yes.
of the business network
That's right.
meetings, and they're very structured and they're very strict. And of course, when you've got a free spirit and you're kind of like a rebel, I was even when I was a teenager, I love to be free. I want to have that freedom to say and to do and to, all that kind of good stuff, because otherwise you can't live your authentic self.
That's
So
right.
when I come to your meetings and the energy and the positivity with all the women,
That's right.
it's not sickening, it's real. It's authentic.
that's
it's
right.
not it's so real, and that's what I love about it.
And I think we give them permission. We give
Yes.
each other the freedom to say, go ahead and tell us, what works in your life.
Yes.
And whether it is in the business side of it, or we're at our organization group on our third Thursdays, which is in Crystal Beach, we're all coming from that same heart of sharing, what we know and what works.
Yes.
And a lot of people, it's shocking to know that they have not had that experience.
Right.
Or they don't find the trust, or they have people that, have disappointed them. So it's really showing the world, a different way to come together, how women can support one another.
Right, and it really is working. I love it. I started our little group Heart Waves a couple of years ago, of which you're part of that
That's
too.
right.
And
That's
it's the
right.
same kind of mindset. And I love being able to feel comfortable when I came to the first meeting, because I had another commitment on Monday mornings. I thought you were just drop down on the floor when I walked in there. I felt
I
like
know.
so special, and
I
you
know.
just welcome everybody with such open arms. And a lot of times women hide how they're really
do.
feeling.
That's right.
And you get to someone like yourself, or someone that really embraces someone authentically and really shows that caring for them. You can feel it.
And I think that women come up with a feeling of that competition. It starts at an early age.
Oh,
sometimes.
we're born and raised
Yes.
that way. Yes.
And and it's a tough thing because when we get to the point where you want to lay everything down and you just want to be your authentic self, there's a real trust issue there. So if you've been disappointed or you've been hurt in relationships, it's very difficult to open up.
Exactly.
But I think things are shifting in the world. I really do. I think we're coming at times where people are questioning things in the world and they don't feel as secure. And I think that relationships that we're building are becoming more important.
I think so, and more deep-seated, right down to the soul. Do you think that the relationships and the openness of consciousness is that we're kind of rethinking and going back without getting into too much psychological stuff about childhoods and being victims and all that, but just assessing our belief system that we were all born into greatness. We all were.
Right.
But what happens after that in relationships, like you said, and just different things that have happened over the course of the years, and the more mature we get, or the more years we add to our life. You notice I didn't say get old, because age is only a number.
Yes, that's right. And you should know that because you just had a birthday.
I know
right?
that, exactly. But I think as we reassess and we kind of really take time with stillness so that we can get out of our own way and really assess things, because the past doesn't necessarily have to equal the future, and we all have those choices to make a difference.
Exactly.
And assess ourselves, assess other people, including the people that have hurt us, that has given us many reasons to mistrust. And so in that the whole life coaching arena, it may only take one thing from Cher's coaching program that could make a huge difference for you, and then you go and pay it forward with somebody else.
Exactly.
So we're going to be talking about more about life coaching and how Cher is living her best prime time here in just a little bit. We have a break coming up, and some other things we're going to be talking about as well. Maybe we can give our ladies and gents, because I know there's gents out there watching as well.
And they're pretty amazing too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Maybe you ought to start an Amazing Men group.
That's right. Well, I get a lot of requests for that.
Yeah, because
starting with my husband,
who I'll tell you who an amazing man is, exactly mine too.
That's right.
But the man that's on the other side of this camera here is also very, very amazing. He'd be all over that show, right?
Absolutely.
We have 2 minutes here to take a break. We're going to go ahead and do that right now. A little housekeeping and pay our bills. And we'll be right back more with Cher Kistler from theamazingwomen.org.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonatti created, perfected, and patented the Bonatti spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonatti invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonatti spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonatti succeeds where others fail.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now. I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B.
Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Hi, I'm Derek Brooks, former linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. During my NFL career, I realized the importance of giving back and started my foundation, Derek Brooks Charities. We help Tampa Bay youth prepare for a successful life through our college prep and mentoring programs. Our goal is to see youth excel academically and develop strong characters and be better citizens for tomorrow. To further our mission, we've teamed up with Fun Night, a company that gives members access to thousands of nationwide discounts on products and services they buy every day. These include entertainment, retail purchases, dining, and travel. Best of all, 33% of every membership fee goes to the charity of your choice. We love being able to save our supporters money while giving them a unique opportunity to support our charitable work in the community. I invite you to consider using Fun Night to save money and give back to your favorite cause. Visit www.funnight.us to sign up now and get a free 30-day trial. Save money, help others with Fun Night, and support Derek Brooks Charities.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now. I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B.
Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today. This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
The environment here is really kid-friendly, family-friendly. The parents are welcome to watch.
It's definitely been a different atmosphere since Dr. Becerra has come on. It's very inviting and welcoming, and the children just enjoy coming here all around.
My middle son did not like to come to the dentist, but now he loves to come to the Beehive.
You don't have to be afraid to go to the dentist.
Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex, short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back into Primetime TV Show. I'm your host, Barbara Marville Kelly, and with me is Cher Kissler with theamazingwomen.org, the Sisterhood for Positive Thinking. Tell me more about this and the different groups that you have, and I'm just going to turn it over to you.
Okay. Well, our Amazing Woman organization, we started about 6 years ago. And we've been meeting every third Thursday of the month at the Crystal Beach Community Hall. And that is where our team really shines. And we have 3 or 4 women who present different themes every month. In fact, we have a drum circle coming up, which is very different. And we also talk about the holistic wellness. We talk about self-healing and all different ways to think, like the new thought processes, and how to empower one another. We also have people who are intuitive, and we teach that. We have skills on tips for finding how to reach that higher potential, using your intuition in your daily life and making it really easy to understand. And we have, some entertainment and singing and dancing and Journey Dance. We've had some great meetings there.
I tell you, you have a lot happening.
We do.
A lot.
We do. But the thing I wanted to talk about too is the sisterhood. You know, my idea of sisterhood, I have to say, started many years ago with me. I went to an all-girls Catholic high school in Bladensburg, Maryland, Elizabeth Seton. And I just have to say that that is where I really found in my heart that when you have that connection to your friends, and I know the guys have the same feeling too, that those bonds can last a lifetime.
Yes, they can.
And that support system, that is so important. And I know with some of my friends, we've been friends forever, but we've watched each other grow, and we watched our kids grow up, and we've shared that. And thank God for Facebook, because we can keep in touch with each other. But I think that sisterhood is almost like an unspoken connection that women have globally. I think we can see ourselves in each other no matter what part of the planet that we're on. That we share is we witness at women, that we have that connection. And, I think that's really something that women need to know, that we need to remind each other about our worth and our value. And it's finding ways to do that and express it in a way that's supporting, and sometimes it's very healing and motivating. Sometimes we need to tell each other, that, remind each other of the greatness, that potential within. And it's just, maybe even just being kind to one another.
I know.
Kindness goes a long way.
Oh, it really does. And a smile and a hug. It does. It really does take you to another level of appreciation and gratitude.
It does. And I think we have gotten caught up in life. I know I had a corporate career and for 24 years. And, I really got caught up in the stress, anxiety, and it kind of turned me into looking into healing myself and holistic wellness. It was just an experience that I went through on my journey. And that's what kind of brought me to life coaching.
We were just talking about that.
I know.
It's like whatever happens to us in life, going back to those choices that we have to make. And you, after going through the stress, and I mean, I think we all do it, if you've ever been in corporate America, you know what goes on. And I mean, with all due respect, it's just one of those things that it creates so much stress. You know what? We're here today, gone tomorrow. I mean, don't you want to spend the rest of your life really enjoying life?
Yeah, and we don't realize it. It sneaks up on you. You get caught up in it. And I think that's how life is. That's the way the world is. And we just, we find ourselves in situations where maybe our lives are a little bit out of balance. And we just need to be coming back to what I call center. It's one little tip that I share sometimes is if you feel yourself getting out of balance too far to the left or the right, we have to really practice to remind yourself to get centered and to connect with that authentic self or your true feelings that you're having, because that's what reality is. And if you're living too much in the past and with regrets and things like that, or you have too much fear of the future, you're not really able to really enjoy the present moment.
It's so true. It really is. And living in and of the moment. Gosh, I remember Susan Lucci. I worked with her on home shopping. We had some jewelry we were selling. She was very dramatic about her presentations, but there was one time she said, in and of the moment. And it went off like a big bell in my head. And I'm going, that's how we should all be living, because we're, especially in TV, and that we're living in the moment. What we have is right here and now.
That's right.
And my husband, as my life coach, has always said, keep your hands on the present and your eyes on the future. And it really does help you center that way. But now you also have different groups within your organization as well, and your team that you meet on Thursdays is really a powerhouse.
That's right. It is a powerhouse. And I'm so grateful. I want to say how thankful and blessed I am, because it's not just me doing Amazing Woman. It is all about the teamwork. And that is the message, is to realize that we each have a light within us. We're luminaries, and we each have that spark. But when we're together, it's brighter for the world to see. And I think that's what the messages are, is how we can come together. And we have a great time doing that. And the women that come and they bring their friends and they attend the group, they do find an interesting energy.
It's very different. It's
very
the
positive
same energy.
It is. But I think that trust level, there's a little bit more trust there.
I noticed that so much. I really did, especially the last one that I went to. And I also noticed that, don't you find like little miracles happen at these meetings?
Absolutely.
Like self-discovery, self-awareness. The last one, you had a gal that was brand new, and she was like, stood up and said she was just looking to find her way. I thought that was so beautiful.
Exactly.
And I bet she will.
Well, we've had women that come and they have tears in their eyes just simply because they have somebody not only to talk to, but who will listen.
Yes.
Because see, that's a big thing, is finding people that will listen deeply to another person and care, and then you can connect them to someone else that you know that could actually help them in business too. I mean, we have had great collaborative efforts where women are getting together to do workshops, and it's really helping them in the business level too. But it is a new mindset, because I think we're moving out of that old paradigm. I don't think it's a one-man show anymore. There's too much competition in the world. I think that brings on the stress.
Yes, it does.
But, when you can come together, and some of the bigger corporations are doing that.
Oh, absolutely.
They are.
Yes.
They're coming together, merging together, and finding that it's easier, with the way the world is with economy and things like that. But just sharing knowledge and sharing resources and being able to create. That creativity is, it's just such a powerful force.
And what I love about all the different creative efforts is that they are so diverse. So when all these women get together, it's just like a powerhouse of knowledge,
It is.
intuition, and you also have so many different events that are coming up, that are happening every month.
It is. Well,
it's
one
amazing.
thing I want to mention that we're excited about is we actually have a new group that's going to be growing in Tarpon Springs.
Yay!
So we're going to have the Amazing Woman of Tarpon Springs, and we'll be at the new Beginning Oneness Center. And Pastor Mary Lou Hollis is there, and Mary Lou and I have worked together for years. We've done, women's retreats, and that's another team, I would say, that we have come together and found that we've done some really beautiful work. And so this is, I think, a way that women can find that not only can we work together, but we can discover new things about each other.
Exactly, with an openness.
With an openness.
More of
That's
an
right.
openness.
And having fun.
Oh,
I
my
mean,
goodness, yes.
It's a lot more fun. And the resources that come make it easier. Like you and I were talking the other night, and we met one of your friends, and it's all of a sudden you feel that synergy happening.
Yes.
It's like that energy starts up, and you realize that, hey, when women get together, or when just that whole philosophy, and I think for the youth too, we have, we've talked about I'm Amazing Generation.
Oh yes, and boy, our youth.
Yes, which is talking about inspiring younger amazing women, and maybe inspiring them to speak from their authentic voice, and having them get together to build, creatively together on projects, friendships, and things like that. Not so much the competition, not so much the mean girl syndrome or something, but really we had talked about that, of trying to put something together that can bring, bring that inspiration to the younger generation.
In other words, have what you're doing for women that have been around on the planet for a few years to pay it forward to the younger generation. We turn on the news, you look at the world, and it's enough to depress anybody. But that can be a choice too, because there's still so much goodness in the world. And our next generation, and I really honestly feel that I'm in this mindset myself with life coaching and all of that, is for our generations to come. I've watched my family, I've watched friends, and myself learning so much about life. I made a promise to pay it forward. I made a prayer promise to share and to hook up with women like yourself, so we can band together and be a bigger group of like-minded, growth-seeking individuals. Because when you do, and when you accept that, you just attract more people in your life.
Exactly.
And it's more fun that way.
It is. It's much more fun. And I think the idea of inspiration causes motivation. Some people, I worked also doing my coaching at Morton Plant Hospital. I did presentations there, and to inspire some of the recovery patients at the Addiction Treatment Center.
That is so wonderful.
And it was such a blessing for me to have that opportunity to learn, because I learned so much for almost 4 years there. And people are needing to have information. They really don't know the steps to take sometimes.
Right.
Especially if you've been living your life one way. And I think some of the old paradigms are not working. I said at my meeting last week, it's like putting the square peg in the round hole.
Yes.
And sometimes it's just not working, and you have to find a different way.
Right.
And people have the desire, but they really don't know exactly where to go. Or they read this book, or they go to this workshop. And sometimes we really need to find a program that you can follow.
I think part of it too, and I don't mean to interrupt you, I think I better forget it, I'll have a senior moment here. But I think a lot of it has to do with your heart. When somebody is in need of some additional information or some coaching, it may just take a different personality or someone that they resonate with, that they can glean information that is being shared with them, and a bell will go off. They'll have that aha moment. They'll go, that's what happened to me. The aha moment happens. You know what you know when you know it, and then you're ready to share with someone else. That's how we can make those changes.
And I think everyone does that anyway. Rather you go, it's like to a new restaurant or something, you just can't wait to tell somebody, you want to share that information about something good. And that's what it is. It's like taking what you know that's good, something that does work, and then you want to share that, whether it's with your friend or a neighbor. And I think that's where the heart of Amazing Woman is that we're coming from that level of raising consciousness, opening ourselves up to unlimited possibilities.
I'm so glad to hear you say that. They are unlimited. They are
right, unlimited.
Absolutely unlimited.
That's right.
You have no idea what's in store for your life just by changing the way you think. And I speak, I mean, for my own, you know, we were talking about different ways to feel negative or depressed and things like that. And, you know, that can be quite a challenge for some people. And I found that for me, it's reprogramming the brain and getting myself into gratitude and appreciation. And my goodness, we're so fortunate today.
Well, and realizing that what we focus on, we get more of. So if we focus on the things that are right in our life, and what we have gratitude for, we feel better. But if we focus on the problems and things that are not working, then you know that can bring on some of the negatives. So it's really about turning it around and just knowing that we can share all the good things to really lift our spirits and become our best potentials.
Really, and a lot of people don't feel that way. They feel they've either gone through high school and college or trade school, whatever, and then they've gone through the corporate America and they figure that, okay, well, this is the way it is and I'm ready to retire and then I'm in my 50s, I'm in my 60s. My goodness, I just turned 66. I'm wondering, what am I going to be when I grow up? Really?
I know it. And it is about enjoying life.
Yes.
It is. It's finding all the good things and finding your support team. And that's another thing that we talk a lot about. Some people don't have the support team. Find your support team. You know, find those people that you know, really believe in you and lift you up and can, you know, support you in your dreams, goals, and desires.
It's right. You know, it's funny because sometimes you can, you know, maybe have a friendship with people and can be a great close relationship. There are some challenges with some because they will be there in this arena, but maybe not in this one.
That's right.
And I had one of the most beautiful compliments made by our friend Tinkerbella. I know you're out there, Mama.
Oh, that's right.
She said, she's probably selling my heart too, exactly. But she made a couple of comments. She says, Barbara, I know I can always call you when I'm happy that I just accomplished something, and you're going to be right there happy with me as if it was happening to you. And I go, yeah? Well, isn't that the way it's supposed to be when you've got a true friend? And then she made me cry the next time. She sent me this video on, and I forget what the name of the movie is. John might remember, but I'm Your Person thing.
Okay.
And she said, you're my person.
Oh, yeah.
And then she sent the video on that.
Okay.
And it brought such tears to my eyes, and I said, you're my person too. And you know, when you can have that bond.
That's right.
And you know, the funny thing is Helena came to one of my so-called business networking little things, and we hardly knew one another, but she thought she would be coming to support me in that vein, which is all great, appreciated that. And then we had I did a women's coaching at my villa, and it was called Take Back Your Energy, Take Back Your Life. And all I did was say, if you had all the money in the world, all the electronic gadgets, the car, the house, the vacations and everything, would you be doing what you're doing right now? And she left, didn't know what to do with that. She left bawling. And I didn't know anything about this. Do you know that she assessed her life after that just by asking that question? Now she's been doing life coaching. She's doing what she loves. She's doing her Origami Owl, doing a fundraiser for me for Dancing with the Local Stars. And it's amazing. You don't know when the change is going to come, but if you're open to it, it comes when you least expect it.
And it's the question. The question, you know, where are we in our life and how can we do better? Are we doing what we really love?
Yes, exactly.
You know, I mean, that's important. And sometimes it does take a friend.
That's right.
You know, to remind us again of that value and
to keep reminding us.
That's right.
To keep reminding us. You know, we're going to be talking about that. We're going to take a break right this minute, and when we come back, we're going to be sharing a few little things that could maybe change your life, change your world. Maybe you'll go down a different path. So stay with us. We'll be right back. Cher and Barbara Marvel Kelly.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonati created, perfected, and patented the Bonati spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonati invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonati spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonati succeeds where others fail.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now. I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B.
Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Hi, I'm Derek Brooks, former linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. During my NFL career, I realized the importance of giving back and started my foundation, Derek Brooks Charities. We help Tampa Bay youth prepare for a successful life through our college prep and mentoring programs. Our goal is to see youth excel academically and develop strong characters and be better citizens for tomorrow. To further our mission, we've teamed up with Fun Night, a company that gives members access to thousands of nationwide discounts on products and services they buy every day. These include entertainment, retail purchases, dining, and travel. Best of all, 33% of every membership fee goes to the charity of your choice. We love being able to save our supporters money while giving them a unique opportunity to support our charitable work in the community. I invite you to consider using Fun Night to save money and give back to your favorite cause. Visit www.funnight.us to sign up now and get a free 30-day trial. Save money, help others with Fun Night, and support Derek Brooks Charities.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now. I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B.
Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today. This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
The environment here is really kid-friendly, family-friendly. The parents are welcome to watch.
It's definitely been a different atmosphere since Dr. Becerra has come on. It's very inviting and welcoming. The children just enjoy coming here all around.
My middle son did not like to come to the dentist, but now he loves to come to the Beehive.
You don't have to be afraid to go to the dentist.
Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex, short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Hello there, everyone. Welcome to Primetime TV Show. I'm your host, Barbara Marvel Kelly, and with me is Cher Kistler from theamazingwomen.org. During the break, we were just, I was just reminded about my Dancing with the Local Stars, of which Cher came Friday night to support my fundraiser.
Absolutely.
My husband and I taught salsa. Well, I didn't, I followed along. But we had an amazing good time. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I know the needs for the PACE Center for Girls. Our donations will go to the Junior Service League, and that's an umbrella for the PACE Center for Girls in Newport Richey. It's for the Catholic Services for Women's and Children's Shelter, which we were just saying there is no excuse for that. And my heart just goes out to them. And I've actually been having the other the charities come
Yes.
in from Pace Center. I had Gail Armstrong come in, and Tina Shelton talking about what they do. I went over
Wonderful.
there and visited the Pace Center for Girls. It was amazing. And then this Wednesday we have on our chamber show, we have Andy coming from the Rap House.
Okay.
Then the following week we have the United Way. So I mean, I really have enveloped myself in this whole
Beautiful.
dancing with the local stars. So whether I trip over my feet or not, my heart is in it for the right reasons.
right.
And by the way, you can always go right to primetimetvshow.com or mychambertv.com, and down in the lower corner, our producer actually set up a page where you can go and make your donations. For every $1, I get a vote. And I want lots of votes because that means lots of dollars for the Junior Service League. So I want to make sure, thanks for reminding me to get
Yes.
that plug in.
Yes.
Because I get so wrapped up in talking about amazing women.
Well, that's why, why I'm here, because I'm supporting Barbara as well. And I love the work that she does. I've been to her Heart Waves group, and I love those women. And we have a great time. But I think, when you do something that's meaningful and purposeful for someone else, I really think that's a great heart. And I honor you,
Thank you
with that too.
I'm enjoying myself with this, and I feel more enjoyment and more peace and joy by doing this.
Absolutely,
Knowing
yes.
I feel like I'm working harder and
Yes.
to get these votes and dollars because of where it's going.
And when is that?
That's October
October?
21st, and
Yes.
I have tickets. You can always contact me, and I've got tickets for you, donations, everything. It's at 6 o'clock at the Spartan Manor in Newport Richey.
Right, and I'm going, and I'm encouraging all the amazing women out there to come too, to support this great cause.
Thank you.
I'm going to mention too that, the Amazing Woman, we started 6 years. We have been running on donations only.
Yes.
That is another
Very
thing.
important.
Yeah, the very important thing is that all these great things we've been talking about is actually free, and that's it. We're really more of a service to women. And all the women, like I said, every one on my team, I think we have 16 beautiful women with big hearts that come and share their area of expertise. And it's all, for the service to inspire and motivate others.
So
it's all good.
I've often wondered why there wasn't any groups out there that give back for the sake of giving back and not expecting anything in
That's right.
return. And this was before I even knew you. I thought, well, if it's going to be, it's up to me. And that's when I started Heart Waves. And I had just mentioned that's Women and Visionary Enlightened Spirits.
Right.
It started on 12/12/12 at 12 noon with 12 women. That was one of those aha moments that I knew that I was supposed to be doing what I was doing. And then I met Cher, and I'm going, oh, this is really exciting because there's another woman out there that is actually doing something without expecting anything in return. But so much comes back to you, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, it's that magic. We say the magic happens because when we all get together with that heart, even if we're just getting together to have lunch, I mean, we still maintain that energy. And it's all, good stuff. It's all wonderful.
It is. So I want you to share when your meetings are, what you have coming up, and because I'd love to see you there at the breakfast. They actually have good food over there at the Paradise Restaurant.
They do, and it's just fun. I mean, like
It
I said,
is.
I think it's just giving each other a hug, and it's every month, and you think we hadn't seen each other in a year.
I know, isn't that funny?
It's really a great time to get together.
And what time is that?
That is 10 to 12. It'll be October 27th.
Okay.
But we have our drum circles coming up, and that is
I wanna-
October 16th.
Ooh,
yes,
nice.
that's before, and that's just a great celebration. We do ours a little different. We do this little ceremony where we write down what we want to move out of our life, and then we do like a burning bowl.
Love it.
Kind of a Native American. Symbolic, in there, go through healing, and then we drum with all the excitement and put our heart intentions. And so it's a little bit of a process.
So
And
we're taking
it's
time for ourselves.
Yes, and it's one of our most popular and well attended.
Oh, I
mean,
bet.
they come from everyone, brings their drums and their rattles, and it's just a great celebration.
I'm excited to hear about that.
And then we are going to be, like I said, having some really wonderful events that are going to be at Tarpon Springs New Beginning Oneness Center starting in November. And these events will be a little bit different because we'll be able to come together and have some, great messages to share and some entertainment. And, I can't wait for that.
I know.
And then that'll be a little different. We may have tickets and things like that to sell. But that's just going to open up a whole nother area of possibilities for us women in the Tampa Bay area, to come together and support one another.
And I'm so glad that you're doing that, branching out, because maybe Safety Harbor isn't as close. Believe
That's
it or
right.
not, sometimes we really don't like to travel all that far for whatever reason. Maybe they've already been there, done it, their whole corporate life with their job or whatever. So, trying to keep things close at home. And I can relate to that. Of course, Tarpon Springs is like a hop, skip, and a jump for me. But
Well,
Safety Harbor's not that bad. It's worth it. It is so worth it to make the drive.
Oh, it is, and it's not that far. But I have people that have requested that we actually branch out for
I
the
think you
Amazing
should.
Woman.
Absolutely.
My cousin's in North Carolina, and we've been talking about, maybe starting a group there. And and it's possible. We've thought about that because why not take that concept and share it, beyond our west coast of Florida, and that's in the works too. So anything's possible, and people can contact me and let me know if they're interested in any part of knowing more about the Amazing Woman. And you can contact me at share@theamazingwoman.org.
Perfect.
For that.
Perfect. That's why. Yeah. Now you have. Did you have some other events in your coaching?
I was going to mention that I'm a co-author of a book called Transform Your Life, and I'll be having the information sending out about that's coming out in November. And I was blessed to be involved with 60 other authors for that book, so I'm very proud of that. And I'm really excited about my book, Your New Life Journey, which is coming out the first of the year, and that is part of the program that I shared at the Addiction Treatment Center. Not that it's only for people in recovery, but it's for anyone who really wants to move forward and really make changes in their life. And it's about breaking out of the unconscious living, because that's where we all kind of get stuck and we get lost. And it's really about reclaiming, stepping into your personal power and learning how to live in the moment, but really more about using your imagination and creativity to create the life you want.
Exactly. I couldn't have said that any better myself, and it's so true, because we really can change our lives.
We can.
Just by making that choice to do so. Sometimes it might be a little bit uncomfortable, but gosh, the rewards are really in abundance.
It is.
Because when you get in a certain mindset, you want to stay in that mindset of joy. And gee whiz, gratitude is one certain positive way to get there. We all have something to be grateful for. All we have to do is look beyond us. And you also have more coming up. You have a coaching program coming up too, don't you, in November?
Well, I do. I also certify life coaches at Journey Life Coach Institute. And I have a great class that's forming, and we're going to be doing that again at New Beginning Wellness Center in November. So, just get in touch with me, contact either theamazingwoman.org, also on Facebook. So get on Facebook and like us and support us there as well.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. You have been an amazing guest.
Well, thank
As
you.
an amazing woman.
Well, and to another amazing woman, and all the amazing women out there, because I do believe that we all have that seed of greatness. And, I just want to thank you so much for having me on.
And I hope you'll come back.
I would love to come back.
Especially when your book gets done, and we can talk about that and so much more. I want to thank you so much. And again, thank you for supporting me. Mwah. And thank you for joining us. I love you too. And we love you. And if you have any questions, you want to think about maybe making changes, that's okay. If you want to think about making some changes, sorry about that, please get a hold of Cher or myself if you can't get a hold of her, and we'll hook you up. Ask yourself after the show if you would be doing what you're doing right now if you had an opportunity to transform your life in doing what you love and loving what you do. I'll see you this Wednesday on My Chamber TV. Thanks for joining us. Take care.